What happens when you believe in Jesus, you'll start to remove all the lies that the world has put on you. And when you start to remove the lies, you start to become who you were created to be. Most of us don't have a clue who we were created to be. And I can promise you, it is between the two brown covers. God tells us who we were created to be. We were created to be a lover and a worshiper of God. That is the way God created us. The religious guys want you to carry the labels they put on you, the heavy burdens that they're going to strap you with. And this is how they control you. Break free, I say. Shake it off. It's not the truth. Get rid of the labels and the burdens to find the real you inside. Let Jesus peel off these layers of stuff that the world has put on you. See, the real you is designed to accept the love of Jesus. And we were designed to be in fellowship with God from the beginning, from the Garden of Eden. That was our purpose, to be in fellowship with God. But the world is trying to hide you from the love of Christ. And all it takes to find the real you is to remove the things that the world has put on you. Jesus says these stones, these very stones, will burst into cheers if the people don't. Because there is nothing nobody can do to stop Jesus from the cross and claiming his victory over sin. Because he desires a relationship with you so badly. The King Jesus says, you ain't stopping me because I'm in charge. And I can make these very stones start cheering. You know, it's funny how the Pharisees know exactly what's going on. And yet, they are trying to stop the people from declaring Jesus is the Messiah, that Jesus is God, that he is the Lord. As far as God is concerned, this is the greatest day in the history of mankind. Who are they to stop him? If the people had stopped praising, the Father would make the rocks start to cheer. When I was in Israel, I always wanted to pick up one of those stones and say, hey, this stone might have been singing praises if the people didn't. Maybe I'll get to go again. Luke 19:41. But they came closer to Jerusalem, and Jesus saw the city ahead, and he began to weep. How I wish today that you, of all people, would understand the way of peace. But it is too late, and peace is hidden from your eyes. Jesus is weeping because so many missed the day. They missed the opportunity for salvation. And we get to see his heart break in human form and human emotions. You know, Jesus is the only way to have peace with God. And they missed it. That is why the church today is supposed to go around and clean the air. To make peace with God, to teach people the truth, to make peace with God, to clear the air. See, all sinners need to hear about salvation. And Jesus is sad because he gave the Word of God to Israel and they didn't read it. The Bible told him the very day that he's coming and they missed it. And I'm going to go through that on Thursday when we hit Matthew 21. Figure's a good plug.
Good plug.
I'll be doing Matthew 21 for the next year and a half.
Okay. Good plug.
You don't know what day. Don't miss any.
Exactly.
Started about
But Jesus is weeping
3 weeks.
because of the pride of man. They're depending on their great city. They're depending on the temple of God. And all of these things are keeping them from his love. See, the Jews have put their trust in religion over putting their trust in Jesus. Luke 19:43. Before long, your enemies will build ramparts against your walls and encircle you and close in on you from every side. They will crush you into the ground and your children with you. Your enemies will not leave a single stone in place because you did not accept the opportunity for salvation. That's heavy. Cause the Lord to weep. The heartbreak of God and human emotion. See, Jesus came to Israel to free them from the world by loving them. But they chose to trust their stuff, their money, their religion, instead of Jesus. In 70 AD, the Jews rebelled against the Roman government. And the Romans destroyed Jerusalem and burned God's temple to the ground. But the Romans made a mistake. They forgot to take the gold out of the temple before they set it on fire. And all the gold melted. So they had to take the temple apart, stone by stone, to retrieve all the melted gold. Let's pray. Lord Jesus, thank you for the greatest day in Earth's history. Lord, thank you for loving me and the people sitting here enough to get on the cross so that I can have life. Thank you for forgiving my sins, and I thank you for my salvation. Your word tells us that it brought you great joy to give your life for ours. Jesus, we are forever grateful for your blood that covers our sins and brings us life. In spite of what the world says about us, I trust in faith what you say about me. And everyone said,
Amen.